We just built a beach house. We put our blood, sweat, tears, and spit, and more spit, into creating the beach house of our dreams. We are the McKays and are living in the South Pacific in the gorgeous country known as Vanuatu. Ever since I've known Dustin, he has planned and drawn out his dream house. So when his sister said she owned property in Vanuatu and was subdividing it, Dustin said we had to come and buy in. When we got here, Dustin's sister's house was almost done. His niece's house was done and she was living in it. And then there was a property that we were buying, and then right next door we rented the house. Then Dustin's sister Becky moved in the next house that she was able to rent. When locals would come over to our property and see how every house was owned by a member of Dustin's family, they would say, "Hey, a white man with his own village." At the beginning of the year 2017, we came to Vanuatu.
Hey, William! William, are you ready to go to Vanuatu?
Our youngest, Abraham, was still only 2 years old. There was nothing on this plot of land when Dustin hired workers and together started digging the foundation. One of the hardest parts of digging the foundation was all of the tree roots that were in the way. In the process of getting rid of these roots, they found some grubs that the workers ate.
Yeah. Oh!
They were delighted that we were disgusted by these grubs. After just 1 month, we had our first cyclone. But it ended up just to be about as windy as a crazy day in Alberta. So we weren't too worried. Within a day or so, we started in on construction again. This house was a huge undertaking. Dustin was making all of his dreams come true, but they were some pretty intense dreams. The master bedroom would open up to a large infinity pool. That pool would overflow into a river pool. And then there was a pond with windows into the boys' room and the guest cottage. This was also an infinity pool that would empty out into a smaller pond, and that pond would empty out into the river as well. Not only that, he planned for an in-floor aquarium in the master bedroom. This was supposed to give the feel of those fancy bungalows that go over the ocean. So yeah, just your average beach house. Things progressed quickly, and after only 2 months, this was the result. Especially after Becky's family came, we were doing a lot more than just building a beach house. We were living here. I had toddlers that were experiencing life and doing things for the first time.
Yeah, his first time on a bike without training wheels ever. Look at him go.
And with the ocean right in front of our house and all the construction work, we hired a full-time house worker named Matilda, who ended up becoming one of my best friends.
Okay, so our beach house is literally a beach house. So in order to make these blocks, they use cement, and the local people use the same thing that we do our cement with. And let me show you what that is. So you have to use sand. This is literally sand. And sometimes when we haven't minded about getting it ourselves, we actually go to our beach to get the sand. And then you put it through this grater to make sure that you get fine sand. And then you mix it with coral, not gravel, coral, because it's really hard to find gravel here. So, and then you put it in here with a cement mixture, but the cement mixture is from Fiji. So Fiji is basically one big beach, right? So this is actually literally a beach house. We don't like the look of bricks, and so this week my husband told the workers that if they got it all rendered in 1 week they would get a bonus. And what rendering is you take it from this brick, you take it and put more on it and it becomes this, and the way they do that is they just slap it on with their trowels, and then they make it smooth. And they make it so smooth that it's ready to paint. It's so exciting to be at this stage. And it's so funny. The way they get it to this stage is sometimes they even use their spit to get it to the right mixture. And I'm just so excited because now it feels like it's home. So we've started to do our roof. And the roofs here are not like the roofs in Alberta because you don't have to worry about snow and you don't have to worry about losing heat. And so there's 3 parts. So first you start with an under part. You cannot use drywall because, drywall because it will get all wet and saturated and start buckling. And so there's a lot of different solutions. We used chloroplast. Right? Yeah. Anyway, it's basically
called PVC sealing.
PVC sealing.
But really, it's just chloroplast.
Really, it's just chloroplast, and it wasn't exactly what we wanted. We just wanted this nice, clean look, and it kind of buckled. So not buckled. I mean,
dented.
Dented. So we didn't really like it, but you can't take things back in Vanuatu. So I think we'll be smarter for the rest of the roof, and it is what it is. So for insulation, this is it. This is all you need, because all you're doing is trying to keep the greenhouse effect from affecting you. And so this is all it. This is enough to keep the heat from penetrating as much as it could. And then on the top, of course, is tin. Everybody here has a tin roof. And
they call it Kappa.
Kappa?
Yeah.
Kappa. And we chose white because everybody here chooses white. But the real secret to these roofs is the screws. I don't know where the screws are. But anyway, if you don't have the right screws, then your house will be blown off in the cyclone. And so gratefully we have the right screws, and we're going to put in enough screws. It's so funny because around here, I guess people can't afford the screws or don't get the screws, and so you see roofs with these huge bags of rocks and stuff on top, and thinking that will be enough. And
the screws cost as much as the metal.
Okay, the screws cost as much as the metal, and so that's why. But I am so proud of my husband who designed this roof, and Brown and Simon, our workers who did it. It's a cross gable roof, and it's going to be beautiful when it's finished. You want to sleep in your new bedroom?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think it's dirty.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice. Are you so excited for your new bedroom?
What?
I think it's covered in dust because we're polishing the concrete so that we can make the floor. And so it's pretty gross, honey.
No.
No? I think so.
No.
You want to sleep in your bedroom? You brought out your blanket and your pillow so you can sleep in your new bedroom? I love you. Okay, tell me about this table.
This is a door.
I mean door.
I'm making the doors for our house. Well, actually,
Beautiful.
Eric's
Wood is
making
so
the
heavy
doors
though.
for our house.
Wow.
I'm just helping him.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it is.
And is this an outside or inside?
Yes, this is a door.
I know you already asked that.
I can confirm that this is a door that will go in the house.
Okay, pull these up. You got this.
So have you ever made a door before?
I have watched many YouTube videos on making a door.
Is that pretty much how you built your house?
That's pretty much how I built my business, my house. That's how I got my degree.
YouTube, huh?
YouTube.
Yeah.
This is a YouTube advertisement.
For information.
They paid him to say that.
So tell me about this wood. Is it it's special kind of wood? Tell me
This
about
is
it.
Indian rosewood, but it's not actually Indian because we're in Vanuatu. They call it blue water because when it gets wet with water, it goes blue. It stains very deep blue.
What?
Oh.
So are we gonna stain it blue?
No, it shouldn't stain on that. Walk around. Toilet's easily gonna fit right there. No problem walking around. Sink, and then I don't have to move anything.
We had told our renters that we would move out of their house in the middle of August. That meant we needed to move into our new house after only 5 months of work.
So a month ago, my husband said to the people that we're renting from next door that we can move in, that they can move back in a month. So now we have to move in less than 10 days. And this is our kitchen.
It's right. You have to move in a week.
We have to move in a week. And this is our kitchen. And those are our our windows without any security on them. So this is kind of crazy. And I'm a little nervous. And this is our ceiling. Yeah, we're not ready to move in, but we have to. And the reason why we're so delayed is because we went to Japan. But hello, that was really fun. So we'll just kind of camp out for a while. All right, what are you doing, Dustin?
I'm chiseling out a little bit of cruft so that the toilet valves work.
Because we're moving in a week, and so we kind of want a toilet, don't we?
Well, it seems important.
That's our shower. Kind of have a feeling we might not have a shower next week. But we'll have a toilet. This is my amazing husband who not only designed our house, he's done all the electrical.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we have power in this box. If we have power in this box, we have
Abraham. What are you doing?
I'm pouring concrete kitchen cabinets.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be epic.
So you're taking out the forms right now.
Yep, I'm taking out the forms right now.
And what did you have to do to make these?
What did I have to do?
Yeah.
I poured concrete down and with chicken wire, or not chicken wire, but mesh in there. And now I'm gonna pull it up. These are not coming out very well. I need a second hammer.
This is what we're gonna do our marble countertops out of. What do you think? I hope it looks good. They have done being cured, and now we're trying to figure out where we want everything. And these are just slabs of cement, and you can see how We had put some plastic underneath them, but on this, where you'll see it, you won't see that. Anyway, so we're gonna have our stove go under that window and our sink go under that window. What do you think, hon?
It's good.
So here they are making the island. They just put blocks of wood to put them together. And then here Ezra is making the floor of the cupboards. Just putting in concrete right here. Isn't this awesome? It's just poured concrete, and that's how we get it. This is my husband putting in our sink. He just made a form and just put in some concrete. It's hardened now. Here is Eric making the bedroom in the guest house. And he has a vested interest in this because he's the first one who's gonna stay in this bedroom. Yay. And there's the bathroom. And that's the only shower that we're going to have. Oh boy. We're gonna be taking our showers in the ocean, aren't we?
The river.
The river.
In order to move in, we needed the most important things for safety to be done. In other words, we needed the doors and the windows to be up. Because they weren't up 2 days before we moved in.
It's just hitting.
Alright, here my husband is putting in louvers. Here they don't really have normal, North American windows very often because these are the best things in a cyclone. Yeah. And they just close up really nice like that. And they just open, and we're gonna put in screens, but not right now.
For mosquitoes.
For the mosquitoes. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
We also needed to find a place to store all of our construction building materials because we had been storing them in our rental's garage. So we needed a place to put all of our tools and all of our supplies, and so a few days ago, literally just like 3 days ago, we said, well, hey, Ezra, our main man, can you make us a shed out of bamboo? And he said, oh, no problem, I'll make that tomorrow. And look at this, isn't this amazing? Together. They just took bamboo and smashed it and then split it apart and then wove it together with a Nanga roof, and there you go. It's amazing. This project of building this house was a major undertaking. It took twice as long as we were expecting it to. Next week, join us to see part 2 of our beach house building adventure. And in order to do that, you need to subscribe.